Hey everybody, welcome back to the warbossfitz channel for episode 2 of the Birthright campaign. In our last mission, the High Elf fleet found that the robot legions were going to be a little bit harder to get rid of than they thought previously, having all of their units pushed back and even losing their one transport that they brought. The Robot Legion launched a counterattack that was effective enough that most of their units made it through, and their Flesh Terrors were able to pack on more skins to increase their defense score. In today's mission, mission number 2, the High Elf fleet have called for some reinforcements, and the Robot Legion are pushing into their drop zone to try to take away any connection they have to their ships in orbit. Let's check out the game.
Here's what the robots are bringing to the table today. We have our hover bikes, Forge Spider, 2 squads of warriors, our freshly juiced up flesh eaters, and they brought a transport. This is what they've brought with their new points. They do have some points left over. They're saving for more purchases later. Let's check out what the elves have. For the elves, what we have left over after the last game, we have 2 units of 5 protectors, 5 stingers. We brought in 5 shifters. There's Aladdin of the Ghost Helm and his elemental protectors. And then we got 3 jet bike protectors this week. This has been our addition. They do not have any more points to spend. They're throwing everything they have on the board. And here is the board for today's mission. We are using the pushback deployment. So the elves are going to have 36 inches up. We have 12 inches for the Robot Legion. There are 4 objectives. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're also going to be playing with 1 advanced rule today. We're going to be using unit attrition. I can't put the text of it on the board, but just know we're going to be rolling a lot of morale tests, and things are going to disappear rather quickly. So the robots are going to go here. Elves are going to go here, and we'll be back after deployment. So here is the robots deployment. We got the Forge Spider, we have the hover bikes, and then the transport. All the warriors are in the transport, and the tunnelers are tunneling. The flesh eaters are tunneling. Yeah, that's the word. And over here we have elemental protectors, stingers, the jet bikes, and then we have our shifters in ambush. So let's go ahead and roll the dice. Who goes first? Elves get a 2. Oh, Elves go first with a 2. First activation, these protectors over here, they are going to go, well, they can go 8 and shoot. Well, we don't need to. We're just going to go here just to take a hold of this objective. We are squishy. Don't shoot us. Transport's going to go up the hill. Second unit of protectors here, they are also going to move just to the edge of this cover, just getting ready to shoot when the time comes. Spider to there. The elemental protectors, they are going to move to the objective behind this piece of cover. Hover bikes to there, and then they are going to shoot. Yep. Those protectors. For those shots there, it's going to be 12 dice. Okay, hitting on a 4. So we got 1, 2, 3 with flux. We got a couple more in there. Saving on a 3. Ooh, we are going to take 2. Now, this is where the brutal damage comes in. All right, we are good. Leaving one of the elementals down to 1 wound. Last activation, those jet bikes are going to hold right there. And then the 2 units of warriors are going to hold inside their transport, bringing us to the end of turn number 1. So at the end of turn 1, the elves hold all 3 objectives here in their very big deployment zone, and the robots have taken the one in the middle. First ambushers, we have a unit of shifters showing up back behind these 2. Now we got some tunnelers showing up. Or not tunnelers, we have flesh eaters showing up. And the unit of flesh eaters have popped out right behind the elementals. Uh-oh. That's going to be a problem. So these protectors are going to turn around, blow the crap out of the flesh eaters. Here we go. 3 shots apiece. Hitting on a 3 with AP 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 misses. for a total of 8 hits. Saving on a 6. Got 3 there, and then you got robot save. So 1 more. So that kills 4. Now go ahead and roll that again for our brutal damage attrition. And you're gonna lose another 2 for a total of 6, leaving them with just 4, like that. Okay, the Forge Spider turns around. It's going to take a shot at the shifters. 4, so we got that many hits. Armor saves. So we failed 2, and then attrition. And then attrition, we lose another 1, so we lose 3. Now, just to make sure the problem does go away completely, we're going to have the jet bikes come to here, and then they're going to shoot into the flesh eaters. 9 shots on a 3 with rending. Ooh, quite a few 2s. We got 1 rending, and the rest of those are just regular old armor saves. The rending, nope. The rest, robot saves. Nope. Okay, so that is 3. Now attrition. 2 more. So that'll do it. Taking out all the rest of them. Rah. The bikes move forward, or the hover bikes moving forward into the elementals. 12 shots on a 4. Ooh, that's quite a lot. So this many, saving on a 3. 1, which is enough to take this one out, and then attrition puts a wound on another one. All right, time for the shifters to be shifty. We are going to teleport, and we are going to do our backflips. Ha ha, hoo ha ha. We're going to be able to get to here, and then we're going to fire into the Forge Spider. It's going to be 6 shots because one of those has 4 shots. It's like the squad leader hitting on a 3. Woo, that many hits. AP 4. All right, so you save 2. So then robot save. Nope. And then attrition.
I'm good.
You hit on a 3, or what's your quality?
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. 4, so yeah, I take 1.
1 more, so you are going to be down to 2. The old transport's only going to go 6 to there, and then it's going to snake some shots into those protectors underneath. 3 shots, so we got 2 hits. We're going to get cover for that. So we're going to be saving on a 4. We fail 1. Ooh. And then the attrition. We're good. This unit of protectors is going to move forward to that piece of wall right there. And then they're going to fire at that transport. Hitting on a 4 with rending. So whiff, whiff, whiff. We have 3 rending hits and 4 not. Rendings. Nope. And then the rest on a 3. Take 1 more there. Robot saves. Oh, he saves 2 of those. So he takes 2. Now it's attrition time. He's good, only taking 2. So 1 unit of warriors get out of the transport, and they're going to fire into these protectors here. Alright, so there are 4 hits. Ooh. AP2, so it's going to go through the cover, through this. Go take us right to a 6. 6! We save 1. So we're going to lose 3. And then attrition. We're going to lose the rest. Ugh! Run away! So then from the darkness over here, our protectors, our second squad of protectors, is going to fire into those, looking for a 4. Okay, so we got 1 rending, and the rest are just not. Rending.
Way freaking fast.
It's going to be a no for that, and the rest on a 4. So it's going to be 3 overall.
Self-repair.
Robot self-repair. There's 1. So they lose 2. And then attrition.
Thank you, terrain, for the assist.
Losing 1 more. Ooh. Second unit of warriors has got out of the transport. They're going to fire at our stingers. That is going to be far enough away. You're going to be at -1 to hit because they have stealth.
On a 4.
Be on a 5.
That sucked.
So 2 hits.
Technically 1.
Oh yeah, technically 1. 1 hit. Okay, saving on a 6. A fail. Attrition on a 3. It's good. So we lose 1 stinger. And then while we're here, stingers are going to be our last activation. Ha-ha! They're going to go fast. Get out here. Okay, we got poison. We got reliable. Hitting on a 2. Oh, look at all them 1s. Okay, so we got 5 hits. Just 5 regular saves. So that's going to be 4. 4
garbage.
Hot garbage. Robots. No, so that is going to be 4 dead, and then with the attrition, the way it works in melee,
Crikey!
it's a whole lot more dice. Yeah, it's going to go. So it's all 5. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
So at the end of turn number 2, this one is now contested, and then 1, 2, 3 are still held by the elves. Moving on to turn number 3. Starting off turn number 3, the hover bikes are going to fire into the elementals again. What you got? Ooh. So, yeah, that many. Saving on 3. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. So that will be enough to go bloop, bloop. And then attrition for them on a 3. Ooh, we failed 2. So that bloop takes him out. Down to the noble going, crap, not again. The shifters are just going to hold their position right there and fire into the forge spider on a 3. 1 miss. All that at AP 4. Yeah, robots.
Not enough.
Oh, almost. It's going to be the 2 that you need. So, ba-bam! Forge spider is kabloot. Move the pylon for a minute, and it's gonna charge. Slam! It's gonna charge the stingers. Okay. All right, impact 3. 3 hits. That's a 6 down there. So 3 armor saves of a 5. So I take 1, and then attrition. I'll take 2. Whack, whack. And then we fight back. 4 attacks. 4 attacks on a 2. So 3 hits.
On a 2.
You take 2. Well, your robot saved those. It was not meant to be. Okay, so you take 2. You're down to 2, and then you do the attrition rolls.
There's that goat you sacrificed coming back.
1 more, because the attrition goes off of your quality. So these guys here, they're a little bit confident right now. They're going to break cover and come up to here and fire into what's left of the warriors on a 4. So, boop, 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 boop. It'll be 2 rending and 3 not. Disgusting.
So 2 running.
Okay, so he makes it 2 rending. All right.
4.
So there's 1 robot save. You make it. So much for that confidence, right? All right, those warriors are going to fire at the stingers in front of the transport. And we got 1 hit. Okay, so AP2, it goes right through. Fail. Attrition, fail. But they're gone. All right, robots are done. So our jet bikes, they are going to
Skittles!
swing around this way.
Look like Power Rangers.
That's right, my Power Ranger jet bikes. So 9 shots with rending going into the transport, hitting on a 3. Oh, a grouping of 2s there. So we got 1 rending, 3 not.
Show me potato salad.
I made some rending. Ah, is he knocking everything
Are
around?
these into the warriors or transport?
Into the transport.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, he got 2 1s, but he gets to robot save those. Oh, only 1, and he knocked the dice off, so transport is exploded. All the way in back here, since he's lost all of his elementals, he's just going to go 6, or well, he can go 8, and he's going to fire at those jet bikes. So 3 shots on 3, 1 hit at AP4.
Yeah.
It's gonna fail. Robot save.
Crap.
Fail. Attrition save.
Super crap. Oh.
Oh, you made that one. So you just take 1 wound. So at the end of turn number 3, that one flips back over to the elves. Elves. And the only robots left on the board are those 2 warriors and the jet bikes. Let's see how turn number 4 pans out. Okay, so before turn 4 starts, the robots are going to beat a hasty retreat, meaning that one of the warrior squads and the jet bikes don't have to go through the dead roll. So that'll be it for all the table stuff. Let's go inside and see what happens. Now we are back inside. Let's check out how our units did. First, we're going to check for casualties. Protector unit number 1. They made it through the battle. Protector unit number 2, they did not. So we are going to go ahead and roll. We're looking for a 1, they die. A 2 to 5, they recover. And a 6, they recover with an extra experience point. So we're going to go ahead and roll and get a 6. So they are not wounded and they get +1 XP. Next, we have the stingers. Let's go ahead and roll for them. And we get a 4. They are going to be recovered, at least. Then we have the shifters. They actually survived until the end of the fight. Now we are to our noble, Aladdin of the Ghost Helm, and his elemental protectors. Aladdin survived. The elemental protectors did not. So let's roll for them. And it's a 1. The elemental protectors are going to no longer be in the list. And yep, he's still there. Oh, that's a blow. Lastly, the jet bike protectors, they made it through. Let's go look at the robot legion. Starting with warrior squad number 1, they survived the battle and they also killed a unit, so they're going to get experience points for that. Warrior squad 2, they did not make it through. Let's roll for them. They are going to recover. Our flesh eaters, let's roll for them. They are going to recover. Forge spider is going to recover. Hover bikes made it through. And now for the transport tank. It is going to recover. So all of the Robot Legion stuff is going to make it to the next game. Now, experience points time. 1 experience point for just living through the battle, 1 experience points for killing a unit, 2 experience points for killing a hero, and 3 experience points for killing a hero and its unit. So let's go ahead and add some stuff up. Warrior squad number 1. They had 0 XP because they didn't do anything last game, but this time they are going to get 2. They survived and they were able to take out a unit of protectors. And then the other units down here, the hover bikes, they survived the battle and they're the ones that took out the elementals, giving them 3 experience points overall. Nothing really happens until they get to 5. That's when cool stuff happens. Let's jump back over to our high elf fleets. The noble, he lived, but he's alone now. Protector number 1, they made it through the battle. Protector number 2, these are the ones that got the experience point from getting shot. Now we go to the stingers. They did not make it through the battle, but they were able to wipe out a unit. Shifters, they survived, and they took out the forge spider. And then our jet bikes survived. They took out the last of the flesh eaters, and they took out the transport tank for a total of 3. So at the end of this game, nobody leveled up. So now we're going to go through and modify the points of the armies. We're going to start with the high elf fleets. Go over to edit details. I wish there was an easier way to do this. like if you lose units or you remove units from the list, it takes the points off. But I got to do it manually. So we go from 1410. We take off 220 because that's what the elementals cost. It's going to leave us with 1190. Now we did win the game, so we go up an extra 150, taking us to 1340. So that's the point value it's going to be able to go up to when it wants to buy more units. Let's take a look at the Robot Legions. This one's easy. I don't have to take anything out because everything survived, and they get 300 points for a win to 1600. So that is all set. But this week, we're going to start adding in the community games. Let's go check those out. First one we have this week is from Happier Camper. Looks like he had a pretty cool battle set up for it. And at the end of the game, it was a score of 10-9 in favor of the High Elf fleet. So they're going to get one victory. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the victories the community sent in, and whichever side has the most victories in the community games is going to count as one win in the campaign. So let's look at another. So here we have one from West. They played on Tabletop Simulator. Jesters scored the victory for the High Elves, but have taken a permanent loss, putting them on the back foot for round 2. So that's another win for the High Elf fleet. Here's another game, High Elf fleet versus the Demons of Change. They came to a draw, so that doesn't count for either of them. Last night, a 2v2 fantasy skirmish game between the Eldritch Storm fighting for the Robot Legions and Dwarfs and Goblins fighting for the High Elf fleet. And it looks like they said a troll survived. I'm not actually sure. I don't think Magic Mirror put in here who the actual winner was. So I can't mark that one down. So let's see here. Next, Robot Legion defenses occupied by the Elves attack. Victory for the Prime Brothers fighting for the Robot Legion. Alright, so the Robot Legion get their first community win. Crakybaby did a whole video of it. We're going to go ahead and link it down in the description below if you want to watch it for a Robot Legion's win. We have a High Elf versus Robot Legion here with some paper models. Looking good. That's a Tucker Morin. He says both of the armies tied. Alright. Backwater Planet and the Warden's Guard, a crucial pass to the entrance to a Robot Legion's tomb from the blitz of a war cult bent on activating them to throw the planet into turmoil. A bloody battle ensues with the Wardens emerging victorious and denying the Legion their reinforcements. So that will be a score for the High Elf fleet. Rematch between Rixon of the HDF and Krinval of the HEF was a tight one. The HDF lost last round, so I had more points and rolled a better deployment option. Came down to the last activation, but the HEF lost to the Human Defense Force, so that's a tick for the Robot Legion. HEF versus Robot Legion went fairly poorly. The Robot Legion won. Alright, that's another win for the Robot Legion. Uh-oh. Oh, things are getting tight. Elven Noble was tasked with investigating a power station on the surface of the world to either capture or destroy it as necessary. The Robot Legion detected this intrusion into their territory and dispatched a small drone force to intercept the hated elves. 1,500 points for objectives. The robots deployed in a great line with the intent of advancing forward and capturing territory, relying on the resilience to win the day. The elves deployed more to the flanks, intended to use their greater speed and range to envelop the robots in the center. As the battle develops, the robots have amazing saves, allowing them to hold the flanks, and the elves manage to fail almost every morale test. The slow, relentless plotting of the robots allows them to eventually capture or contest all objectives on the field. The robot forces claim a stunning victory for 3-0, and forcing the remaining elvish forces to quickly withdraw. Ooh, there's another win for the Robot Legion. Ooh, there we go. So that is everything up to date so far. So that means 3-5, it'll be another Robot Legion victory. The Robot Legion go up to 1750. 50, there we go. And the High Elves will get 300 for their loss. That puts them at 1640. So that'll do it for week number 2 of the campaign. If you want to get involved, jump on to the warbossfitz Discord and you can fight for either the High Elf fleets or the Robot Legion. Just send me a report, tell me who won, and you will be added to the tally. So that'll do it for us
this week here on the warbossfitz channel. I hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.